If you are feeling overwhelmed and you're not sure what to do, or there's too much to do, welcome in, fam. Much love, Trav here. I'm gonna help you out today. We got all these sheep saying what's up. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, there's too much to do. There's so many options. How do you relax? How do you narrow it? How do you figure out the solution? So I'm gonna give you a couple tools here today that should help you get out of that state of overwhelm and back on track of knowing what to do. The first tool that I'm gonna give you, and it's all about asking, by the way. The big general, if you can only take one general idea of how do I deal with overwhelm and figure out what to do, is ask questions and ask the people you're working with questions. Pay attention to what people vote for. Ask yourself questions. Pay attention to what worked well for you. So ask yourself these questions. The first one is, if I could only do one thing today that mattered the most, what would that be? There's a really cool book called The One Thing, which is about one thing, and you guessed it. And that focusing question I found, and a lot of people find to be really useful. You realize that a lot of the tasks that are overwhelming you are actually optional. You don't have to do them. You might find there's actually only one thing that really matters a lot, and that allows you to focus on that. So that's something I like to do in the morning, is ask myself that if there's only one thing I can do today for my business, what would that thing be? And then I work on that and I ignore everything else. And that makes it easy. And then the second tool that I have for you is, when you're trying to figure out what you should do and it's not clear, you should focus on should and why, and not on could and how. So there's a million, there's infinite, more than a million, there's a billion, trillion, there's a million ways to do things, right? There's infinite paths that you can take. So how do you narrow down to the one that you should, right? And if you think about how I could do it this way and I could do it that way, it's overwhelming. But if you ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why does this matter? And should I do it this way or should I do it that way? Then you start to narrow based on values, and that allows you to reveal what you should actually do. So, for instance, like, I could run my business this way, or I could run my business that way, or I could take this path in life, I could take that career. But why am I living this life? Why am I here? What's important? It helps with these big decisions. What should I do? Forget what I could do or how could I do it. Like, what should I do? Right? And then things start to become more clear. So those are some really powerful questions I can recommend you ask. The should I and why should I do it this way? And ask yourself, if I can only do one thing today that matters more than others, what would that thing be? But just ask yourself questions, ask a lot of people questions, and keep your ears open, because the answers are going to be given to you. Okay? That's all I have for you today. I appreciate you. Much love, and let me know. Comment down below. If you ask the focusing question, ask yourself the focusing question. What's one thing I can do today? And what is that thing that came up for you? For me, it was to think, actually. If there's only one thing I can do today, it would be to really think. I've been doing too much busy work, which has caused me to be overwhelmed. And if there's only one thing, well, I need to actually spend a day more about the thinking and asking these sorts of questions. So comment down below, what's your one thing gonna be, so that you can focus. Appreciate you, much love, and everybody say hi, Barney. Talk to you soon. Peace.